Did you hear about Mr. Jonouchi? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school ground myself. Oh ho! What? You saw it happen? Minasan, konnichiwa, Kazu desu. Welcome back to Paranormasight. Thanks for joining me. Let's continue. Let's get my show. Alright, so I think we've been everywhere. Where do we go next? Can I see my son's uniform too? I can still talk to him. I can imagine the students are uneasy after learning of the murder. It may do them well to stay home for some time, if not for fear of their safety. Police are probably too wrapped up in solving the case to be concerned about the students' mental health. I can see that. It's important that society provides a safe environment for the benefit of our youth. Some school policies could use some rewriting, especially those handling the students' personal information. That's right. I don't want a student being kidnapped on their way back home ever again. I expect criminals to grow more cunning as time passes. There may be times where there are authorities can't keep up. That's where outlaws such as myself come in. What's this about? Actually, just forget I said anything. We're done. Yeah, okay, I guess, are we done here? And then just Michio's house. We definitely missed something somewhere, right? I doubt anyone's still living there. Huh? Oh, so you came here too. Who's it? What is it? It's the detectives. Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Victor? I see. And that's it. We can't continue on until we finish these, I guess. Banshee Sushi and then Hitomi's help. Okay, let's go on. With dusk fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Tsutsumi and Erio direct their investigation towards Komagata High School and the Shiraishi residence. Okay, let's do the high school first. We actually gonna go inside. Here we are in Komagata. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Ideally, we could talk to someone who was involved in the incident. Easier said than done, though. Anything special? Nothing? The news of the dead teachers has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. Komagata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. School gates will stay locked while forensics inspect the scene. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. So talk to you. This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the fool's possession, and of course where the teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Oh right, speaking of schools, what is it? You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get the psychic high schooler you mentioned help us? A lot of people involved in this case lead back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them, he sure seemed eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. When you become such a smooth talker. Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Are they talking about Mio? Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. Is there someone around? I wonder. Oh, okay. But who do I talk to? School building. Yoshimi also looked out for these students as a Sumida city officer. Juvenile delinquency has been a growing problem for years now. This school is no exception. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's it. What else? I can't talk to no one, right? Can I move? I guess we'll move. Let's go to her neighborhood. It seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. There's no one home though. Sorry. The houses are really crammed together in these narrow alleyways. Strangers like us walking through definitely stand out. It really feels like old Tokyo. Furthermore, it's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going. It seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the recent incidents. Okay. Any stickers? Nothing. Let's talk to you. I can't. Let's go inside. Alright, I'll go check the house. And then he's just gone. Do I go in too? Should I go in too? Or just wait here? So, the Shiraishi's household. There is a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. It might be for the best that we didn't find her parents. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. No one home? Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but no one came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. And I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. Suspend. Is that the end? I think we continue on with the Yako, right? So no one's home right now. Let's try again later. Okay, let's suspend. You cannot currently progress any further. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's cracked. Okay, let's Hitomi's help. Bringing her friend back from the dead means she'll have to pay the price. Yako makes it home safely, but still isn't sure about how to proceed with her curse. She's worried about Mio as night passes. What? She's alive? Huh, was that a fake? Oh, good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako, rise and shine. Huh? You're up. Is she standing there sleeping? Huh? It's morning? Are you okay? Can you remember your name? Duh, I'm... That's your name, isn't it? Right. I actually asked what your name was. But looks like you're awake now. So good enough. Did that matter? Did I choose? I chose wrong, yeah, but did that matter? Oh, Mio. Thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I couldn't even remember when I fell asleep. It's okay, it's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Mio? Well... Truth is, I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural. Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging? I had quite the eventful childhood. Huh, that sounds like it must have been tough. Yes, it would have taken a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as an apprentice. Apprentice! To the shaman, maybe Gamyodo, or maybe more like assistant to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens. Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student. Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. Oh, you got it rough then, but still, that's really amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against that evil spirit. I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to school. Yeah. Oh, do you have your curse stone? Not as daytime, its power is diminished. I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try? Right, I do have it, but... Yako? Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring Michio back, I mean. I can't approve of it. The rite may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then... Yeah, true. I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Yako. I promise I won't use the curse, no matter what, but maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll sell things so that we can move forward. Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point. Right, thank you, Mio. Okay then, let's go. Candy shop. On the weekends, you can spot Yako watching over the store, cooking monjayaki and playing traditional tops and card games with the local children. Many families operate candy shops on the dirt ground floor of their home, known as Doma, with a space in the back where customers can eat monjayaki as well as arcade games, capsule toys, machines in the front. Okay. Huh? I thought it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Has something happened? If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask. Thanks. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay. Mr. Jonouchi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. What? They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't notice either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. What? There's no way. Why? Could it be? Because of the curses? We don't know enough to say. From what I've heard, Mr. Jonouchi's body was in the middle of the grounds, but his body was covered in bruises like he'd fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and timing, it's very likely it has something to do with the curse. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night. Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary. Yeesh, so the curses really do kill people. And someone used it. Shh, keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer hurt you? Sorry. That's true. Okay, he was seen along with Hitomi Okuda in the classroom late at night by Yako and Mio. Deceased body was discovered on the school grounds at dawn. Right. I wish we had a little more information, but they locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. Huh? Who's that? It's the delinquent probably, that person over there. Okuda, he told me, yeah. You're right, that's unusual. Oh, but she was at the school last night too. She must know something about Mr. Jonouchi. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, Mio, wait for me. Huh? So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Yeah. Right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Exorcisms. Huh? But that's what it was. Mio's exorcism. He told me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What can I say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the worst symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yep, some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard. But that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It is possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a parent and child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus? Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirit they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. There are people who in life have extremely powerful spirit sense or a deep connection with a person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. But if that's the case, will you not know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not? Hence why there are a lot of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence their behavior and memories of the host, the deeper the connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, he told me. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things end up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. Same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you could see them too with a little training. I think I may pass. I don't think I want to see it either, dude. Okay, the death. Did you hear about Mr. Jonouchi? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school ground myself. Oh, what? You saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you, it was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out to the school ground like something was chasing him, then screamed. Ah, somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio! Or something like that while he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio. Was there anyone else on the school grounds? It was too dark to see from where I was, but for just a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh? I didn't go out to make sure, so it could happen nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life like I was wrong and I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you told us, this almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Jonuchi and killed him. Hell if I know anything about that. I'm just telling you what I heard him say. Oh my god, is there more? Did you tell the story to the police? Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count it for shit. None of they believe it's an insane story anyways. Right. There must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right? Yeah, I guess. There's this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, he did. I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. You've got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It wasn't? Yeah, it was just an unfortunate coincidence. Though I'm sure that was hard enough for you. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey, Mio, I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Jonuchi died, it sounds a lot like how Michio died. Really? That's right, huh? Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from up high. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the 7 mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident. Oh, right. That's not a no. Okay. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was gonna exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything? You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. The only way they accept my explanation after they see the result. I guess that makes sense. Classroom last night. You told me last night, before you witnessed Mr. Jonuchi collapse, can I ask you what he and you were doing in the classroom? You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Jonuchi, they'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him last night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Jonuchi called me over here, acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever. I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one always acting like scum if you ask me. Is that so? At night? At like what, 12 a.m.? 1 a.m.? Really? Can you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night? It's hard to explain. Where to start? It's hard to explain where to start. I guess we're gonna Jonuchi's misdeeds. What do you mean by Mr. Jonuchi acting like scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself. Huh? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher has some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail her, call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. What? What? What do you mean when you say what? Whatever you wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you would ever get involved in. No way, that's... How? What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I have not known about this? Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were her friend. Jonouchi really did a number on both Michio bodies and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No, how terrible. Hitomi, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spot around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him asking what he was doing. Walked in on it. What? I couldn't just leave her alone looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Jonouchi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. He told me if you knew about it, then why didn't you? You trying to say it was my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yako, there's no point blaming Hitomi. Michio, why? Dirt on Michio. Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long. The dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person that meets the eye, you know? There must have been some reason. Don't know, got nothing to do with me. How about now, this one? So, last night, how did it start? Ah, right. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple of days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Really rough guy, but good looking, out for folks. But he was the only one I could talk to. Huh, so there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me she was like me when she was my age and that she was on my side. It must have been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh no. Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to the park. Then he listened to whatever it was I was pissed off about. That day, he called me over there like usual. But something seemed odd about him, like he was worried about something. Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Huh? Michio? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had a special talisman or something. But apparently, Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman Michio had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said. Could there have been something that Michio couldn't even tell the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Jonouchi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal or anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that has such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I looked inside, there's just a weird, kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. From the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass, I figured he had to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that. Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, pick those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nagagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was gonna happen to him. Nagagoshi. Do you know him, Mio? No, I've just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nagagoshi. That's a relief at least. Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. Hitomi. Yeah? That talisman. Would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. Interesting. So last night you were looking for the talisman which you had. Yeah. And I figured that piece of garbage t-shirt wouldn't know the most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now, come to the school tonight. He even gave me the code to lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he used it for secret meetings before. I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night. But nothing he said to me made any sense. Like that I was really Michio and stuff like what? Like that I was really Michio and stuff like that. He went on and on about it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Creep. Were you okay? Yeah, that was right when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jonouchi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was a sort of bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking, and then Mio showed up. Mio showed up? Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Jonouchi come back outside and bite it. I see. So you were the only here to look for Michio's talisman? Still? I was dumb to fall for that creep Jonouchi trapped so easy. It could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. Finally, that's it. Okay, his death. What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Jonouchi. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No way. You mean that really was her ghost? Like, for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act out on those lingering regrets. Wonder if that's what happened. Alright, then supposing what the spirit board said is true and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she killed herself. I think that's it. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure, thank you, Hitomi. Oh, and if you do find out anything about Michio's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where we can normally find you? Right, I'm not home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks. We'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up. You were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. And don't die out there, okay? Thanks. We'll be careful. That was nice. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Jonucci was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. The janitor is one of them. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jonucci seem to be different. The people in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Jonucci, Hitomi, and old man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person. Hitomi saw a girl in a school uniform with braids. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's one. Mr. Jonucci is pretty suspicious though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right, that's why I say there are multiple. Oh right, the person who killed Mr. Jonucci would have been one too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or old man Ashimiya. Yeah, we should certainly be careful around them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mrs. Jonucci thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses given that he's the one doing research on the right. So we'll have to be careful about old man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all cursed bearers will be hostile, but... As for what to do now, I'd like to find who's responsible for the feast that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this while stopping it at the source. That makes sense. In which case, next we should do... what exactly? We'll need to talk to Mr. Araishi, he definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. The school's closed, I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading up some place someone may know where he is. Where to go then? Yasuo Gardens, Ryogoku Bridge. Oh my god, the bridge. What the hell? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna end this one here for today. Hold on a second. I don't think Araishi is the one that's killing, because the detective took the stone, right? And we finally got to speak to Hitomi. She wasn't all that bad. I wonder who the braided hair girl is. Who could it be? But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like, you're awesome. Subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next one. Mata ne.